So
I mean, the day started off. My opponent turn one, I think, was in the ETC team for Team Northern Iron. And you know, so I started drinking at 9 in the morning. So by the evening, I was pretty pissed.
Yeah. Yeah. We were all pretty gone on that one.
Some interesting conversations about Pokemon.
Oh, yeah.
Other YouTube, other YouTube contributors.
Yes. Yeah. I think. Do we have a bit of? Do we have some footage?
We might have a video up to do with some excellent Pokemon material.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, it's just fun. It's nice to be able to, and it's just another nice thing about Maelstrom is that you can hang around, have some drinks. I mean, we met up with other gamers. We hang around with when we're there.
I think this has been our most sociable tournament.
Oh, definitely.
We've caught so many like names now, and we know we're making names to faces and stuff like that. Because if you're going around the tournament scene for long enough, you hear these names, but you don't know who they are.
Oh yeah, precisely. So it's kind of nice to have, and also to be honest with you, you know, when you're at a tournament and you're only there with one person and you lose them, you're kind of stuck.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, whereas there was 4 of us, it was 9, and even then there are other people I could go talk to quite easily, and you know, to catch up, see how they're doing.
Yeah.
But the fact that, you know, there is the facility to hang around, drink at the place. I mean, Saturday night I played an awesome, fun pickup game against Sammy Michael.
That was a fantastic game.
Unfortunately, I took no pictures and didn't record it. Now, James, do I have superpowers?
Yeah, it was witch-like. It was
so
scary.
The tone was set when we rolled for first turn. Sammy rolled a 4. He had the +1. He was playing ogres, and I picked up a dice. I stared him straight into the eyes, and I just said, "Sammy, I'm going to roll a 6," and I did.
The weird bit that I found was when you turn around, you were like, "Now I'm running away, but I'm going to run 9 inches away." Roll the dice exactly 9 inches.
Yeah, my
it was just like, what is going on?
My first magic phase, pick up 2 dice to channel. I go, I'm going to channel 1 of these. There we go. Sammy by this point was kind of freaked out because I'd been quite accurate in other stuff as well. And he goes, "Dude, can you try my dispel channel?" I was like, "Yeah, sure, I'll channel 1 for you." And boom,
there it goes.
1 channel, there it was. And it was just constantly, I think, you know, it got to the point when I was making ward saves with my Treekin and my tree, I was going, had 3 dice, I'm going to make 2 of these.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
The dice did what I told them to do.
Predictions are great. Yeah, it's
you know,
you make them do it. You will it.
I got the dwellers on his massive gut star. I went, fail your lookout so on your slaughter master. He did. They said, yeah, he's going to die, and he did. So,
it's only on this. Oh no, it was a 5 and a 6.
It was a 5 and a 6, but
still.
By then, I was pretty freaked out, and I was playing balls out, you know, Warhammer. You know, I was dispelling stuff. I needed an 8 on 2 dice, and I went, "Sammy, look at me in the eyes." We just got to the point where it was throw the dice. We're like, "Do we need to look?" "I don't think we need to look." I think there was even ones where I rolled them at the dice to dispel. I didn't look down and say, "I'm going to have to re-roll them." Didn't look at the dice, just re-rolled them and got the result. And it turned out I hadn't got them the first time. So, unfortunately, that didn't carry through to my other games on the Sunday. But absolute witch-like.
I wish we did get some pictures of that because it was just amazing.
It was, but it kind of devolved a little bit into social Warhammer. A lot of people around the table. I think both Sammy and I stopped playing for a while. We let John and Gareth Dix, who was hanging around, play for us respectively. We just didn't care at that point. It was such a ridiculous game.
It was.
We were letting, you know, it was just social Warhammer. We were sharing out dice, letting other people throw them.
It was great.
You know, just a really great vibe. So brilliant.
That's good.
Brilliant time.
What about Friday night? Quickly, what did we do Friday?
What did we do Friday night?
We went to the bar. I know we drank.
I had a game against Nick Henderson. Also,
one of the
Outriders.
Yeah, one of the Outriders.
And you had a game against John, didn't you?
Yes, we played a sort of random scenario type thing because he was just like, well, you're going to castle up anyway, so you might as well play the scenario where you castle up.
He likes doing that.
He does. It was weird though because basically the scenario meant that he got an extra 400 points and I got the hill. Excuse me. So yeah, it was all a bit random.
Did you shoot his dude off, his dragon?
Yeah, the dragon. No. I can't remember. I remember I was just pretty twatted by the end of it, so I can't remember what happened.
Oh yeah, we were doing we were playing catch up.
Yeah.
And I think I necked 2 or 3 pints very quick succession when we got there.
We got double parked pretty much straight away, didn't we?
Oh yeah. Well, was it Friday night or Saturday night that the Jaeger bombs appeared at some point?
Saturday night we did a Jaeger.
I can't remember. It was messy. Rounds.
Yeah.
But you know that's what. I mean that's what part of it is. It's a social game, and you know tournaments. That's the whole point of tournaments. It's not just about going out and trying to get the win. It's about seeing people and socialising.
Oh, I've got a point to add on this actually about the social.
Go for it, please.
I will enlighten you with this. Anyway, basically, with the organisation. The one thing that Will did, I don't know if this was out of Will's control, but the food basically got messed up. So and they ended up organising food for the venue.
That was so weird.
The venue the night before. Wasn't it? It was like a couple of days before, wasn't it?
Yeah. So yeah, that was.
And it ended up for like £8 for a meal. And it was just like.
But they added that as an afterthought. You had to buy it by lunchtime on the Saturday.
Yeah.
I mean, they made an effort.
Yeah. But the problem is because it was a bit handedly done together. We found that a lot of people did just disappear, didn't they?
Well, yeah, a lot of people did come back. So
yeah,
I mean, a lot of people that would have stayed just came back. I mean, we went up to the pub. Out to the pub, you know.
Oh, the John Cockle.
Dear Lord, so we had our meals.
Yeah.
That was fine. I mean, the only problem with the John Cockle is, well, one of the problems with the John Cockle is name. You just can't take it seriously.
Yeah.
2, it's in Mansfield. So if you're from Mansfield, I apologise, but it's rough up north. Now, if you ever watch Game of Thrones,
yes.
North is the barren wasteland inhabited by wildlings north of the wall. Minus
this
the
is how
weather,
us Southerners see it. Anyway.
It's how we see it. It's Mad Max territory.
Funny thing is, when we got into the north, it started on the Friday. It was raining and it was miserable. It was just like we have reached the northern waste.
And the women are loose morals, shall we say?
Yeah.
Short skirts.
Yeah.
High heels, but yeah.
And the problem is they're not 20. No, they're like 15.
No. So yeah.
Yeah, that was. But yeah, John Cockle. Then we headed back.
But then we just went back and drank ourselves into the ground. I don't remember getting home that much. But
no, I don't remember. We did walk. We walked it. That was good. Okay, so we're on painting.
Right now, so I know James is going to be quite bish about this, but Will did get some stick about this last year, and you know he stuck to his guns. And there was some talk about it before the soft score. So basically, there were 20 tournament points up for grabs for painting. And it was split into categories. Do your models have base coats on? Are they shaded? Are they highlighted? Are they based properly? Basing needs some sort of flock, you know, or properly neatly. No, not even flat based. I don't think you're allowed flat based. Unless it fits in with the theme of the army.
Is it neat?
Neatness.
There's a general neatness.
Yeah. What else? Right, so movement trays. I think that's it. Cohesiveness.
Yeah.
So you know, it was two tournament points for one section, 2 from the other. 4 for basing. We know this.
Yes, we do. I'll get to that.
I mean, okay. They got a lot of stick for this, I reckon.
Yeah.
And you know, some of it wasn't handled great, which we'll talk about in a second, but they were consistent, I think.
Yeah, I think.
And it was like, so I lost 2 tournament points because my 5 war dancers did not have a movement tray, and I could easily not set them out, and those 2 tournament points cost me a place above Tom Richards, which.
Anyway,
but no, fair enough. I mean, it said in the rules pack all your movement trays, including skirmishers, and I tried to get away with it. I did not. Yeah. And tell me, James, how did you do on your painting score?
Well,
with your army that won best painted at Thorhammer, is beautiful, that everyone loves. How did you do?
Pretty damn shit, to be honest. In the end, basically, I think in some ways I'm not going to start bashing it. You know, it's if that's how they want to do their painting system, then you know you decide to go to the tournament, you decide to play under those conditions. Yeah, you know, there's that's don't bitch and moan about it. Just accept it. If you don't like it, don't go. But the problem I had was my gyrocopters. You probably see in the pictures. doesn't have a base, because I've lost it and I've been meaning to replace it.
No, it has a base. It has a
it has a base. It has a flying base, but this apparently wasn't counted as a base because it was supposed to be on a 40mm. And I was like, okay, fair enough. You know, I technically don't have the correct base, even though everyone knows it's a 40mm, and I make sure everyone knows it's a 40mm before we play. But either way, so basically for this section I was deducted 4 points out the 20. So this meant I was actually below Nick in painting scores.
Whereas, I mean, I'm very open about it. I'm not a great painter. I didn't spend huge amount. I mean, my wood elf army, large chunks of it were painted at 3 in the morning, heavily pissed the night before tournaments. Whereas yours is lovingly painted and converted. So, I mean, but you know, fair enough. I mean, an oversight on your behalf that you know.
That it wasn't done. It wasn't done. At the end of the day, I put my hands up and it was written there. It was written there. It was obvious. So, but the problem with this is what continued to. Well, this is actually what pissed me off. Is when they were going around and picking out nominations for best painted, they bypassed mine because it didn't have the correct base. And it's like, surely painting scores is slightly different to best painted. You know, just because I don't abide by the painting scores or something so ridiculous as not having a base, the correct base. I wasn't able to be nominated because he came up to me. He was like, "Oh, I would have nominated this, but you don't have the correct base." And I was just like, a bit of a kick in the teeth. You know, might have won an award. I think the Lizardman player, we'll get onto that, but he just definitely deserved the award he won. But I think I might have been able to get the others out.
Should we take this opportunity to talk about general how they handle lists and stuff like that now? So at the end, probably what will turn into a bit of controversy. So it was very clear, you submit an illegal list, there will be tournament point deduction. I think it was 20 tournament points for submitting a correct list.
Yes.
Now, a lot of Lizardman players, I think pretty much most, 80%, 90% of the Lizardman list were illegal.
Yep.
The reason behind this was, in the compact, as we said,